Hello, and thanks ever so much for tuning in. First of all, an apology. If you're expecting to see me up a mountain or somewhere along the coast taking photographs, unfortunately this isn't the video for you. Let me explain. I've been getting an increasing number of questions in the comments on my YouTube channel, and as you may know, I answer every single comment. But sometimes these questions do require a longer answer to do them justice. Also, sometimes the answer might be of interest to other viewers. So what I thought I'd do is a very occasional series, as appropriate, called Ask Me Anything. So if you've got any queries, you want to know something, leave a comment and I'll do you a quick response video, just like this one. So this very first video, 2 questions from a viewer called Ken Reese. Thanks ever so much, Ken. Really appreciate your questions. The first thing Ken asks about is what do I do about letting somebody know where I'm going to be when I'm up the mountains by myself? Well, that's a really good question. Of course, everybody knows that in the event you're out and about by yourself, you should let somebody know where you're going and roughly what time you're going to be due back. So, of course, I do that. But specifically what I do is I will always plot a route which has a series of waypoints which I make a list of using the standard Ordnance Survey grid reference system. So what that means is that when the lovely Mrs. G hasn't heard from me by the pre-agreed time, she's straight on to 999 reading out a list of grid references. That gives any rescuers by far the most accurate way of immediately pinpointing where I might be. They'll pretty much know exactly where to look. And what that means is that if I'm badly injured, in danger of getting hypothermia or unconscious so I can't blow my whistle to attract their attention, or I can't flash my signal torch, they've got a best chance possibly of finding me because I make a point of not straying off the path. That's really important. Many people have been difficult to locate when they've got into trouble, not because they didn't leave any information, but because they strayed off where they said they would be. So that's a really important thing. So Ken, that answers what I do in the event of letting somebody know where I'm going to be. Second question Ken asked was, am I a member of a camera club? Well, yes, I am. I'm a member of Beau Maris and Menai Bridge Camera Club here on Anglesey, an excellent bunch of people. But what I would say is, because camera clubs can be quite generic, and the sort of stuff they talk about varies wildly. Photography covers such a wide range of subjects that if, for example, they're going to be talking about studio lighting or how to shoot motorbikes at Trackmon, that's not going to be of much interest to me, so I tend not to go along to those. And in all honesty, I get a lot more out of the Facebook groups that I'm an active member on, such as Landscape Photography on YouTube UK and UTOGs. So if you haven't checked those Facebook groups out and you're interested in landscape photography, I highly recommend that. The other thing is that these groups do arrange meetups from time to time, and I always make an effort to go if I possibly can, even though it can be quite a long trip, because I get so much out of meeting fellow landscape photographers, especially of the sort of calibre that you will interact with if you join these groups. So Ken, I hope that's answered your questions. If you're not Ken, I hope it's been of interest. And if you've got any questions at all, leave a comment on any of my YouTube videos. And if it warrants a longer answer, I'll make a film just like this for you in the Ask Me Anything series. Cheers.